country road, take me home to a backwoods creek down a long dirt road. If it means no headstone, at least I'll be where I belong.
I represent the country, yeah, I love the slums. Raised off in the sticks, man, this is where I come from. Love crackling cornbread, collar and corn fed. Southern by the grace of God, and when I'm gone, country dead. I ride them dirt roads, sometime to reach that destination. Ducked off in Joneswood, it's like I'm always on vacation. Blaze up the bonfire, calling up my country folk. Just build up that mason jar, light the pine and take a smoke. It's all good, we all fine. Big Marcus brought the moonshine. Kid Rocky in the dashboard, peaches shaking in the moonlight. It's something about them back roads stretching out across the county line. It takes me back to my days of young when my grandma was my sunshine. I love all the things that the country bring. Backwood riding little country lane on the front porch with my girl and kids. Cause the smell of beneath the country rain may not mean that much to some, but to me it's where my heart belongs. I'm calling on them country roads, them the ones that take me home.
Country road, take me home, to a backwoods creek down a long dirt road. Sideways down that old dirt road. If it means no headstone, at least I'll be where I belong.
Them country roads mean a lot to me. Georgia Mountains, Carolina, Cherokee, Smoky Mountains in the hills of Tennessee. If you're like me, you probably agree it's like something good, like something sweet, like something great, like Mama's tea. Raised to be how I wanted to be. At the end of the road, the sunsets were free. Not trying to put down no city, but these country roads are so pretty. Times I feel so young for what I know, and there's no place like home. I like to hear some creek water flowing down. That's the road I'm going. Hell yeah, that's where I belong. While we're getting there, we all singing along.
Country road, take me home, to a backwoods creek down a long dirt road. Sideways down that old dirt road. If it means no headstone, at least I'll be where I belong. Country road.
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. I'm Steve McMillan along with BJ Duvall. We're at Knoxville with the Bluegrass Truck Series as we're closing up on this final practice here. BJ, the track is kind of foggy out there.
Yeah, it is definitely very, very foggy out there. But hey, just creates another level of excitement out there. Can't wait to see what these asphalt drivers can do here on dirt tonight.
Definitely. I mean, if you look back when we had, what was that, Bristol? I mean, we put on one hell of a show, that's for sure. But we're going to have a good night with right about a minute and 20 seconds left of final practice, and we'll go into heat races. Looking up above, BJ, there is Casey's General Store, famous over there, Dingus Bar and Grill. Anytime you're in Knoxville, that's the place you want to stop at, have some fun.
Listen, everybody loves Dingus.
Everybody loves Dingus.
Oh, you guys kill me.
If you say, I don't know why we're killing you, that's true, Dingus. That is the bar and grill over there. If you're ever in Knoxville, you got to go to the Dingus Bar and Grill.
This is one of my bucket list tracks, though. I will have to say that.
There you see the Bob Plus. Let's see here. National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum right there. We're passing over.
Steve, do you have the Dingus camera?
Do I have the Dingus camera? Let's see here. Probably I do not. And let's just see. Hold on a second. Do we know which one it is?
2019 season 3, I believe.
Let's see here.
So this place has its own camera?
No, it's not.
Oh, well.
DJ.
Oh, you might not have it then.
I think you just locked me up.
Uh-oh.
Way go,
Uh-oh.
BJ.
Uh-oh. Well.
Panic.
I
There we
didn't
go.
tell you to change your cameras. I was just asking if you had it. Does it have its own camera on iRacing? No. Does UDTV have a camera for the Dingus? Yes. It wouldn't be there then because it was on a pack that I made for UDTV. So unless y'all change the names of them.
Let's see here. So we do got qualified on track. How about that? On the track. Here we go. In car number 17 is Adam Newbert. Adam Newbert in car number 17.
Also joining him on track, we got 38 of David Brackett, the 5 of Nathan Mascroft, the 99 of Peyton Hubbard, who goes quick time with a 22.84 on his first lap. Adam Newbert goes to second. Akamai Proctor rolling out on the track. Now we got 2 more drivers up there. Alan Durango takes quick time with a 22.2.
Rod Morrison on track now. Go ahead.
One thing, too, that the race control did reset the track to 10% usage for qualifying.
Mint.
It's going to be a fast track.
Bad fast, a little foggy. It's okay. You don't need to see your way to Dingus. You can smell it.
Smokehouse.
Rod Morris there. You see him pushing up all the way to the high side to turn number 3 to turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Getting that car cockeyed. Alex Ely in the 97 from Columbus, Ohio. He's revving that car up, BJ.
Yes, he is, and that is something we will hear a lot of, at least while the track is tacky. We'll hear the drivers, I expect. A lot of them are going to be downshifting, trying to get their RPMs up to get the rear end to come out on these cars on entry. It's something I've done quite a lot here at Knoxville. Of course, I've also ran really short gears here to keep the cars sideways through the corners, keep it gripped up. But quite a bit different for a lot of these drivers. He appears to have a pretty darn good handle on things. He goes third quick in his last lap. We'll see if he can improve here. And he will not. Remains third quick. Bobby Hall Jr. goes up to the pole position with a 22.15. Oh, there's somebody looking to have a better run than the last time the Truck Series went to dirt, which was way back. I'm not even going to try to guess what month or date it was or even what round it was, but Truck's already made one trip to Bristol dirt, first trip to dirt track, and Keith Hackney will go quick time here tonight. Once again, it was quick time on Bristol dirt, but blew his engine coming through the field, if I'm not mistaken, for his third time.
That seems about right. Now on track car number 113 from Rome, Pennsylvania, it is Daniel Worthington. Daniel Worthington coming down the back straightaway. This lap should not count because he did make contact with the outside wall. Also on the track in car number 15, it's Michael McClooley. Oh, Worthington. Look up there. Third or fifth quick.
Good run for Worthington. He did have a good run at Bristol Dirt, so he did show he has a little bit of skill here on the dirt side. Ooh, Michael McCooley struggling there out of turn number 4.
Thing these drivers have been talking about in practice too, BJ, is how slick this track is.
This track ain't slick. Sling that rear end out there, hammer down, and get her rolling.
Well, you want to talk about slick? I mean, there's a difference between slick on dirt. You saw it last night. Oh,
That is true.
hard into the wall, the 15 machine. He will time in 15th quick. That back at rear end of that truck says, yo.
Just a little bonk. It'll be alright. Pull it to back up for the race. It'll be good.
And
Stop out of it.
little storyline here for you gents. There is a bit of a rivalry brewing in the field between the 69 of Keith Hackney and the 29 of Travis Twitty. As we saw in Dover, they made contact again. Then Keith Hackney showed up at North Wilkesboro with Travis Twitty's headstone on his hood, and it all carried over into the driver's chat here in Discord. So look forward to see them to see if they get by each other and see what each other are going to do. They're going to lean on each other, rough each other up. But
Oh, they should.
yeah, definitely. I totally agree. I think it would add more
Characteristic.
drama to the.
I think Keith Hackney should go to the rear for this race and start dead last.
I think him and Scott Fritz should start back there side by side. They're the two dirt guys. Scott Fritz already has to start back there. He is coming down from the Cup and Xfinity Series to race the dirt track here tonight. He already has to start in the rear, not allowed to qualify tonight. So I think those two should start side by side and work their way through the field. That would make a storyline.
Definitely here at Foggy Knoxville.
It's been a while since I've seen this track this foggy.
Yeah.
Last time it was an oops, if I remember correctly.
You know what's funny? So we talk about that. When Cedar Lake came out in dirt, they didn't have lights, and
We had a money race.
we had a muddy race, and it started in daylight and transitioned to dark. Well, no one could see the track.
Now remember that we had to set up a second grid, a second lobby, just for the feature because nobody. They're like, we don't have any lights. So they're like, just go and get some practice. We'll set up a new one. They were having a blast out there.
They were. They was pitch black.
Demolition Derby.
Well, let's just say you couldn't tell which partner you rubbed on. That was for sure.
Very true.
Well, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left of qualifying here tonight, drivers have not qualified is Scott Fritz, Wes Wiggin, Travis Twitty, Brian Terry, Jason Bridges, and CJ Mason.
I know at least 4 of those drivers are not be able to qualify due to league rules, by the way.
Look at you.
Yeah.
What for?
I was told not to say. There.
Well, at any rate.
All right, on tonight's heat race number 1 on the pole, in car number 16, truck number 69 is Keith Hackney. And to his outside, he's regulating the regulators. And truck number 97, it's Alex Healy.
Inside row number 2, in the 5, it is Nathan Mashcroft. To his outside, the high side hustlers number 9, it's Akamai Proctor.
From Simbox Motorsports, we got the 2 of Justin White. On his outside from Team New England, we got David Brackett in a 38.
In your final road, heat race number 1 is Wes Wiggin in the 88 and Brian Terry to his outside. So, I will tell you this. I think it should work. And the reason why I think this should work is because it's not like Bristol. But we'll see.
Right. It looks like it's working right now.
Yeah.
But the top ticker, the top ticker's working. The last several times I tried it on mine, the top ticker would not work.
It might stall in the second heat race. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we got 10 laps here, top 4 going on to the A main. Lights are going out this time across the flag stand. Keith Hackney is going to lead us to the first green flag of the night.
Listen to the whistle, the fiddle, and the band.
There he goes again. 3 heats tonight, and the feature I'm not seeing any consolation races, so it looks like everybody will transfer. 8, 8, 7, 16. Yeah, we're good.
Already waving that green flag. We're racing into turn number 1. Keith Hackney pulls out to the early race lead. Look at the 5 and Nathan Mashcroft to the inside of Alex Healy on the outside. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Give it to Healy for that spot. As they're in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Coming out turn number 4, Keith Hackney will lead lap number 1 here at Knoxville.
Good start for him. Alex Healy sticking right there in tow with him. He's not letting him get a big gap on him. And he's bringing Nathan Mashcroft right along with him. I expect here in just a couple laps to see a little bit of a battle going on between Nathan Mashcroft and Alex Healy. If they continue the pace they're going, everybody else just kind of still feeling the truck out by the looks of it. Spread out a little bit. Taking their time, being nice and easy. Everybody is transferring by the looks of it. So there's not really a lot of reason this early in the night to start pushing and fighting for those positions, and I think these guys are recognizing that.
Yeah, it's a smart way to get the night going. Get your feet wet. Make sure you have your truck set up in the way you want it for this long feature, 100-lap feature tonight.
Well, he's turned that wheel so far in that number 69 machine, he's got to cross his hands to keep that thing locked in its position. Must have a lot longer steering ratio than what I run in these trucks.
Almost like a 16-to-1 ratio right there.
Well, right now, the Magnitude race leader with Alex Healy, Nathan Mashcroft, your top 3. Wes Wiggin in that 4th spot. He's up 3 spots to the start of the race. As we come into 5 laps to go, halfway down, halfway to go this time. We're here at heat race number 1 at Knoxville. There you see Healy in that 2nd spot there, come out too, out of the National Sprint Car, past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum.
No pressure at all on the top 3. These drivers have pulled away from the rest of the field. Wes Wiggin had a good run at Bristol Dirt. He's not too far back. Drivers all still spread out in the top 4 by just a handful of truck lengths there. They're going to look on back through the field at everybody there, and there is Keith Hackney right about 2 turns from the back of the field. That is Brian Terry. I said these drivers are still just feeling it out, still getting a handle on everything that's going on here. Hey, you see, it looks like, well, I started to say it looks like a much shorter gear ratio for the 97 of Alex Healy. their steering ratio, but he's crossing his hands a bit there too. A lot of wheel work. Man, a lot of wheel work in for these guys. David Brackett, trouble for the 38. Caution flying here. 3 laps to go in heat number 1. So he's got the front end up on the berm there, just kind of sucked him in.
Well, that's
not something.
Go ahead, BJ.
I was gonna say it's not something we normally see in cars that come to the dirt. They don't have the front splitter that grabs a hold of the dirt quite as much. The cars that we normally see on dirt all have plastic, so when they get up there and they hit that berm like that, it just rolls under, doesn't really grab a hold. These guys here, they have splitter on the front end. When they hit that, it just kind of grabs a hold of the front of the truck, pulls it in, spins them out. So we'll probably see quite a bit tonight.
Well, you know, this track's kind of unique in the dirt side. You have that inside berm, and if you get really close to it in the turns, I mean, it can really throw you for a loop. It can either shove you right up into the outside wall. It can suck you in over the inside berm. We see it every way. Anything can happen, it can happen on the inside berm.
And I have learned that coming out of turn number 2, if you take a sprint car and you put it up on that berm, fly down that berm as fast as you can, you've got a late model sitting right at the edge of the berm. In turn number 3, you can use it as a ramp for a sprint car. There used to be a GIF floating around on Discord of that.
As the drivers are coming out turn number 4, just a pace, and there's pit road entrance right there. If you look to the left-hand side on West Wiggins' machine, here's victory lane. Lights are going out. We're going to let them loose out of turn number 4. Barney's became so famous, he got his own camera tonight. He's excited.
Keep it clean, keep it green.
All right, the base truck looking to pull off. Here comes Keith Hackney bringing us to the green. Let's watch Barney. We see him wave it. Oh, there he goes. He's waving it. He's a little late. Look at the 97 looking to the inside momentarily on the 69 Keith Hackney out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Also, Nathan Bashcraft under heavy pressure from West Wiggin. They go into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4. The white flags are waving. One more lap to go for Keith Hackney.
They're right on the battle on track for that 3rd and 4th position. As we see West Wiggin and Nathan Mashcroft battle it out on the backstretch.
Down into turn number 3, Keith Hackney still leading the way. He's led from the start to finish. Alex Healy staying right there in tow in 2nd. Out of turn number 4, Keith Hackney takes heat number 1. Alex Healy 2nd. Nathan Mashcroft 3rd. West Wiggin 4th. And Akamai Proctor rounding out your top 5 for heat number 1.
As your official results pop there on the board. Here's your starting lineup for heat race number 2. And on the pole, Earl Shop. Flex Motorsports car number 94. It's Bobby Hall Jr. And to the south side, in the 113, it's Daniel Worthington.
Inside row number 2. In the 42, it is Ed Osborne. To his south side, he hails out of Georgia. It is the 17 of Adam Newbert.
In row 3 from THR, we got TJ Hanley. On his outside, we got Michael McCauley from McCauley Racing.
And bringing up the rear, in between Ice Traps 20 and CJ Mason.
I'm going to start calling uh-oh. There it goes. I'm going to start calling TJ Hanley Mickey Mouse, because that was a pretty good Mickey Mouse impression he was doing there a little bit ago.
All right, look at there. I just had to refresh and look. We got.
He's working.
It's working. So let's do this. Let's see if the top part works. On the dirt side, the NASCAR tickers do not work very well here on iRacing. Lights are out. Bobby Hall Jr. going to bring us to the green out of turn number 4. Ten laps. Everyone making it.
There's no need to be racing dirty with each other. No need to be beating and banging just yet. Keep it clean, keep it green. Let's have some fun.
Green flag is out. Bobby Hall Jr. to early race lead. 3 wide for second momentarily. Give it to Daniel Worthington. Ed Osborne to the inside of Adam Dubert. Dubert to the outside. Osborne to the inside. Now look at Worthington. Starting to get a run on that middle line. Now turn number 4. It's going to be Bobby Hall Jr. lead lap number 1.
That middle line where Daniel Worthington just was, that's where I would be aiming right about now. I wouldn't be aiming for that inside line on entry where all these drivers appear to be running. I'd be sticking up there right above the slick on entries, trying to get all the good dirt that I possibly can. Still running high through the corner though. Enter higher above the slick, exit off the bottom. You want to run a bit of a diamond line, a cut down line as we call it on the dirt side. That looks to me as though it would be the best line. These drivers still trying to figure it out though, not real accustomed to the dirt though. You see the 42, he enters high in that turn there. Woo, little wobbly there for Daniel Worthington off turn number 4.
Well, good. The neighborhood is able to keep it straight, keep her going. As you see on screen right now, the 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. is able to keep a sizable gap on the 113 of Daniel Worthington as in the middle of 3 and 4.
Coming out turn number 4, we're going to complete lap number 7. Give it to Bobby Hall Jr., race leader.
And
now none of the tickers are working.
You're wondering, I was looking at 7 to go. I had 5 on my screen. I was very confused.
I know.
5 down, 5 to go right now as Bobby Hall Jr. starts lap number 6, still leading the way. Any of these drivers out there that are listening, you want a quick tip on how to get a quicker and better handle on your trucks, go into your garage. You still have the option, even on fixed setup, go into your garage, grab a hold of that setting in there. It says your steering ratio and change that to 6-to-1 for these trucks. It's the quickest way to get a good handle on these trucks for the dirt side. But Daniel Worthington now starting to close up on Bobby Hall Jr. He's cut that down to a half a truck length lead. See right there, he entered high. He must have been listening to the broadcast himself as he entered high there, came down off turn number 4, right up to the back bumper of Bobby Hall Jr.
You see Daniel Worthington take the high line, trying to see if that groove will work. He now takes that dive down the inside line. Now he's on the inside, 94, Bobby Hall Jr. coming down the backstretch.
Give it to Worthington, but Hall back underneath him, a crossover move. Out of turn number 4, down the first straightaway, Bobby Hall. 2 laps to go here at Knoxville. Bobby Hall Jr., your race leader with Worthington, Osborne, Dubert, and Case Mason. Your top 5, Michael McCoolier there, running in the 6th position. There's Travis Twitty and TJ Handley. But there he is, out of turn number 4. The white flag be waving this time for Bobby Hall Jr. in that 94 truck.
Good run going for him as he continues to hold off Daniel Worthington down the back straightaway. He has a half a truck length lead. Good position for Bobby Hall Jr.
Daniel Worthington has one more shot at him coming out of turn number 4. Doesn't matter. 94, Bobby Hall Jr. takes heat number 2. Ooh, as they both of them wreck.
I thought we were going to see some synchronized swimming there. So our top 5 out of that heat. We got Bobby Hall Jr., Dalen Worthington. Oh, it just went away on me. Hey, we got it there. Daniel Worthington, Ed Osborne, Adam Newber, and C.J. Mason rounding out the top 5 for heat number 2.
Michael McCauley, TJ. Okay, never mind. Moving on.
It's okay.
All right, on the pole, heat race number 3 be Alan Duranko. To his outside, it's Robbie Richards in a 48 machine.
Inside row number 2 from Hubbard Racing, the 99 of Peyton Hubbard. To his outside, the J2R number 7, Josh Clemens.
In row 3 from Ron Morris Racing, we got Ron Morris Jr. in the 76. On his outside from T-Berry Motorsports, we got Scott Fritz in the 01.
And who's running out the rear?
Oh, we got Jason Bridges riding out that rear, Steve.
All right. Make sure you do who was there.
Oh, yeah.
Can't leave one out.
Nope. Usually you take the rear, so I was letting you have it, but I appreciate it.
Our third and final heat race of the night. We got Scott Fritz starting outside of row number 3. He was not allowed to qualify as he is an Xfinity and Cup driver, so he has to start at the back, but he is a dirt driver. I expect to see him working his way through the field here in this heat and have a good start for the feature.
Knowing he was in the field tonight, he would have been my picks for the week.
Too late.
Yep. Yep.
You know I'm taking Scott Fritz feature on a dirt.
Well, if you pay attention to a special project we have in the works here coming up, you'll see who the other guy was in the booth picked.
All right, they're waiting for Barney to wave that green flag. You see him there? Hold it. He's yanking it. It's green flag reset. Duranko to turn number 1. Your race leader. The 99 of Hubbard. Richards in that 3rd spot. Looking at Fritz to the inside. He will take over 3rd, going into turn number 3.
One lap, he goes from 6th to 3rd. Let's see how much more he can get here over the next lap. Leading the way, though, is the 4 machine of Alan Duranko. He's another one that showed a lot of promise over on the Bristol dirt side. We went from the high banks of Bristol to the flat track of Knoxville. A lot of different things coming into play here. However, you have the ability to drive the car on dirt. You've got the ability to drive the car on dirt. Let's just keep working our way through. Scott Fritz, he moves his way into 2nd. Now Robbie Richards Peyton Hubbard slides way up high, allows Robbie Richards to go by.
Now you look at the 48. He slides up a tad bit. Now allows the 99 of Hubbard into the inside of him. Out turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
You still see the 48. He's a little squirrely heading into the turns, but that's okay. He's able to keep her straight, keep her going. The 99's in tow, trying to get around him. As we see up in the field, we got Duranko and Scott Fritz trying to chase down the 4 of Alan Duranko heading on the backstretch.
See him passing the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum here in Knoxville. When you go to Knoxville Raceway, make sure to stop by there. They have a lot of great exhibits going on. But Alan Duranko's out front with 6 laps to go. Scott Fritz in that 2nd spot there. And Robbie Richards in top 3. Duranko out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3 there. Please. You know, the slider line's going to come into play, BJ. The major difference between Knoxville and Bristol. Hey, it's the banking. Bristol's banked.
Yeah. Big difference, but one thing that remains similar is the cushion gets very, very grippy in the trucks. Well, I expect to see these drivers late race tonight, late session, to be heading to the top of the track. Right now, I'm just watching to see if Scott Fritz can reel in Alan Duranko. The last time by Duranko was quicker. That time by Fritz was faster by 1/10.5. Only 4 laps to go to see if Fritz can get up there to Duranko and start in the top 3 tonight.
The leaders on track right now. He's getting closer and closer by every lap. We're now 3 laps to go here in heat number 3. Remember, tonight's a 100-lap feature race, so these drivers are going to try to save their trucks for that. And not just heat races, they're just trying to get used to the track and seeing how their trucks are going to handle.
You look at Fritz now, closing down on the race leader, out turn number 4, down the front straightaway. 2 laps to go for Alan Morocco on the Ford machine. Remember, watch out, because right now Scott Fritz is in the hip pocket out in the middle, 1 and 2. Coming out turn number 2, you're going to have to run. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Give it to Fritz as he goes into turn number 3. Your new race leader, Scott Fritz, in the 0-1 machine. Morocco falls back to second. These two have been top of the class in this heat race. White flag is out. 1 more to go for Scott Fritz.
Scott Fritz showing his veteran abilities, veteran knowledge of the dirt side. Works his way to the lead. He now has about a truck length lead over Alan Duranco. Coming out of turn number 3, you see he's running a groove higher than Duranco. Duranco moves up, but it's going to be Fritz all the way through this turn unless he makes a mistake. Runs the cut down line off of turn number 4. It's the line I mentioned earlier. Fritz will come home with heat race number 3. Alan Duranco in second. Looks like it's going to be Ron Morris Jr. coming home in third. Josh Clemens fourth, and Peyton Hubbard rounds out the top 5. Issues for Robbie Richards and Peyton Hubbard there on the last lap for those two drivers. Unfortunate for Robbie Richards, his bad luck continuing on here as we take a look at tonight's heat race number 3 results. Scott Fritz, Alan Duranco, Ron Morris Jr., Josh Clemens, and Peyton Hubbard rounding up the top 5.
Well, these drivers got to run about 5-minute warm-up. They're going to
About 1 minute.
About 1 minute. All right, 1 minute.
Yep.
They're going to try to burn this track in a little bit more. Get more little dry slick for these drivers.
And while they do that, take a quick second to go over our points going into tonight. Robbie Richards. Okay, I want to write one. Robbie Richards still continuing to lead the way here in the points series. He's got 1 win on the season, followed by Justin White in second, Wes Wiggin in third, Bobby Hull Jr. in fourth, and Alex Healy will round out the top 5 here in the truck series. A lot of things going to get shook up tonight. Again.
Shooking or shaking?
Shook. I like shook. I think they're both proper English. I don't know. I went to Mannington, West Virginia middle school, okay?
Did you drop out in the 8th grade or something?
I dropped out in the 6th grade, actually. That's a whole different story.
Fair enough.
All right, tonight's 100-lap main event on the pole. It's Keith Hackney in 69 and Bobby Hall Jr.
Row number 2 on the inside. It is from T-Berry Motorsports, the 01 machine of Scott Fritz. To his outside from Regulators, it's the 97 of Alex Healy.
Inside of row number 3, driving the 113 from Flex Motorsports, Daniel Worthington. On his outside from another Flex Sports Motorsports truck, we got Alan Duranco in the 4.
On your 4th row inside is Nathan Mashcroft in the 5, and to his outside is Ed Osborne in the 42.
Ron Morris Jr. on the inside of row number 5 from Ron Morris Racing. To his outside from Flex Motorsports, it's the 88 of Wes Wiggin.
In row number 6, Adam Newbert in the 17. On his outside from J2R, we got Josh Clemens in the 7.
All right, and let's see here. Akamai Proctor in the 9, and CJ Mason roll off 14th tonight.
Peyton Hubbard from Hubbard Racing in the 99 will be on the inside of row number 8. To his outside from Simbox Motorsports, the number 2 machine, it is Justin White.
From Macaulay Racing, we got Mike Macaulay in the 15, and from Haley from Carolina in the 48, we got Robbie Richards.
David Brackett roll off 19th. TJ Hanley roll off 20th.
And we got Jason Bridges from the High Side Hustlers on the inside of row 11 and 34. To his outside, Brian Terry in the 31. And then rounding out the field, also from High Side Hustlers, it's the 29 of Travis Twitty. 100 laps of the distance.
Who is your picks?
Oh, Scott Fritz.
Fritz, all right.
You know, I'm going to stick with my pick that I chose in our little project we have. And let me get back to it here. I'm going to go with Bobby Hall Jr.
Good pick. Steve?
Let's see here. Why not? Let me go with the wild card. Let's go with Daniel Worthington. How about that? Green flag is out. The 69 of Keith Hackney is your race leader. Going in at turn number 3. These drivers right now. Hackney run to the inside. Look at the 0-1. It's Scott Fritz going in the third spot. Working right against the inside turn. Alex Healy to the outside of as they go into turn number 3. That's a battle for third and fourth on the track. Give it to Scott Fritz right now out of turn number 2. The 113 of Worthington closing on the heels of the 97 of Alex Healy. That is the battle right now for 5th, 4th, and 3rd. And a little further back, you see Nathan Bashcraft side by side with Alan Rocco. Even further, see Ed Osborne, the 17, Adam Newbert, Josh Clemens. Oh, we got Water Crazy Wild there. That's the 48 machine of Robbie Richards. You know what, BJ? They're still throwing fireworks here.
They are still throwing fireworks, man. They are letting them things rip for quite a while. You know, one thing I'm really surprised, nobody took Keith Hackney. Nobody chose Keith Hackney, but he is currently running in the lead right now. He's got right about a truck length lead on Bobby Hall Jr. You see two different lines being utilized right now. Keith Hackney running on the higher side. They're still going.
See, I don't know what's been going on, but I'm looking in the chat. It says the race I've been advanced the session. I don't know if iRacing's confused or what's going on here.
No confusion, that's for sure. Keith Hackney way out in front. Not really, because Bobby Hall Jr. is in his tracks. He is hunting his prey. Bobby Hall Jr. He was on Keith Hackney's tombstone last week, but Hackney got laid to rest in turns 1 and 2 there. Good race. The top 2 is as they roll away from Scott Fritz, who's currently running 3rd. There's Alex Healy in that 4th position. Alan DeRocco battling with Daniel Worthington. Worthington on the outside. They're side by side out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And then you have Nathan Mashcroft in that fine machine. Wes Wiggin in that 88. Adam Newbert under attack from Ron Morris Jr. Then you have Ed Osborne and Peyton Hubbard in that 12th position.
Current points leader in the night, Robbie Richards, currently sitting in 13th. He's up 5 spots from the start of the race, started in 18th. Doing a good job here tonight, making work of the field, working his way forward. The last 2 times by Bobby Hall Jr. was the fastest car on the track. He is starting to reel in Keith Hackney little by little. Hackney running way up higher. You see him getting up there in what we like to call a potato patch. All them marbles, all of that dirt that's thrown up to the top of the track till it gets all the way up tight to the top of the wall here on iRacing. It's nothing more than just a potato patch, rough dirt. You can get a lot of traction up there, but your truck's going to be bouncing everywhere. You see a little bit right there out of Keith Hackney when the front end's flicked to the right. They call that the Scandinavian flick. It's used a lot in the stock cars and trucks to try to pitch it into the corner. You saw it out of Bobby Hall Jr. on that one right there. Keith Hackney nice and smooth down into turn number 1, running that bottom side, keeping his left rear tire in that tacky side. That's where the grip is at. It's all on the left rear whenever you're sliding through the turns. That's the tire pushing the truck through the turns. As long as you got that left rear tire in the good dirt, in the sticky stuff, it's really going to help you out a lot. There's Bobby Hall Jr. Robbie Richards, he has worked his way up into 9th, continuing to move forward. He is doing a really good job tonight. Lap traffic already coming into play for the leaders.
Well, question for you. We got a recall. I guess you can call Bryce. Oh, Peyton Hubbard. Peyton Hubbard shows that he has crashed. He's over there. That wall right there.
He is out of the racing line and off of the racing surface. He's down there on the berm, so he's in a safe zone there for the most part. You got to remember, we got a bunch of asphalt drivers on dirt right now, but they're doing a fantastic job. 12 laps in, all green flag, lap traffic already into play. Keith Hackney making quick work of him.
Well, Bryce, you're a Knoxville virgin. So tell us what the track is made out of. You got to know what the track's made out of.
Oh.
If we're here.
Well, I know it's dirt. I don't, isn't it like some I think it's like some farm clay, isn't it?
Mixed with what? I mean, you're close. You're in the vicinity.
I feel like it has to do with. Oh man, I want to say something like bottom of a river, like a river.
No.
No,
Nope,
you
I'm
were
thinking
closer
closet.
with a farm.
It's not manure, is it?
It
Yeah.
is. It is. That is the truth. That is the truth about Knoxville. It's mixed with the dirt and cow manure.
So every year before they start this race, before they water down the track, they come and they spread cow manure across the whole track. They run a grader across the track, grade it all and flatten it out, smooth it all out into the dirt, and then they run a tiller over it before they water it down and pack it. And that's how they keep the consistency of the clay, and that's why Knoxville actually, in real life anyways, stays the tackiest, the longest out of any dirt track in America.
We got one in
Whoa,
front.
uh-oh. 2 cars flying. Ooh, that was.
Jason Bridges and a 7, Josh Clemens.
I think that one's gonna have to get a tow. I think he's breached.
Oh, they made contact right at the flag stand.
Sorry, my mind just went to the shit just hit the fan. After talking about the horse manure in the dirt, or cow manure in the dirt. So hard contact sit there out of 4. 34 just gets loose, comes down into the 7, catches him right there. Sends them both sailing. 34 able to drive away. Unfortunate for the 7 though, stuck on top of the wall, had to get a tow.
Well, Tasha, thank you for watching. Cheering on. Her man Keith Hackney. Barney's still yanking that yellow flag. Let everybody know, keep it slow. He says, remember, a happy car is a clean car. Or a clean
I think it was
car is a
backwards,
happy
but yeah,
car.
yeah, I was gonna say it was backwards, but we'll take it. Famous words from our friend Nick Leonard. Speaking of Nick, where's my nachos?
He's too busy down there driving the pace truck.
Oh, he's back at that again. Good run going for Keith Hackney so far in this race. Our top 5 right now is Keith Hackney leading the way, Bobby Hall Jr. in 2nd, Scott Fritz in 3rd, Alex Healy 4th, God darn it, Nathan Mashcroft has worked his way up into 5th position. Good run going for him so far. Looking for a good finish on the season. The lights are out on the pace truck. They're going to line back up. Looks like Keith Hackney's going to choose the inside. Scott Fritz and Alex Healy making up the 2nd row. And then it's going to be Nathan Mashcroft and Alan Duranko in row number 3.
Well, you know, if you look off of the turn number 2 there, you see the cars passing by Casey's General Store. You notice that? They have their headlights on because it's dark outside, BJ. Did you know that?
They sure do. They sure do.
All right, the pace car is in. We're fixing to go back to racing here at Knoxville. Barney, the green flag is out. We're back to racing. Good start there for Keith Hackney. Look at Scott Fritz to the inside, the 94 Bobby Hall. Hall battles back on outside, out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, you see Hackney. You get a little bump from the 94. Out of turn number 4. Leading lap number 20. It's Keith Hackney. Bobby Hall to the inside. He's still trying to dig it deep and sell cheap. Out of turn number 2. Hackney just letting it loose in the middle group. And here comes a good run by the 01, but the 94 shuts the door on him.
Scott Fritz doing a good job there to back out of it and not get stuck in a wall that would really hurt him and open the door for Alex Healy. He's able to keep it going, stayed out of the wall, and got back in it quickly. It's a good job by him to avoid contact there between Bobby Hall Jr. and the wall. Both. Alex Healy now still taking a look to the inside of Scott Fritz. Too little for naught, though, as he gets loose off of turn number 2. Fritz starts to close the gap on Bobby Hall Jr. once again on entry of turn number 3. Hackney, one of the only drivers still running that deep inside line through turns number 3 and 4. Takes the high side in 1 and 2, though. You see him all the way up by the wall. He's trying to get that cushion pushed up to the top so he can get that right rear grip off of the cushion. mentioned earlier, the left rear tires, the tire that pushes these trucks through the turn. But when you get that cushion, you can get both tires gripped up. The left rear in the good dirt, and the right rear on that cushion, so you push off the cushion. These trucks really get to flying. Right now, you see the 4-car. That's Alan DeRonk on the inside. He's under attack now from Daniel Worthington in the 113.
See, again, the 113 and the 4 still battling out there. The 4 is on the bottom line, heading in on the front stretch, as we're almost 3 wide on the exit turn number 4. And it looks like everyone's able to get double fouled out. The 113 and Daniel Worthington is up by the fence, as we see now the 88 of, excuse me, that is David. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Wes Wiggin. That was somewhat close. Wes Wiggin is now in the middle groove. And I wonder here, BJ, when does the middle groove start coming back in? They start running it in the middle at the beginning of the race. Now it's exiting back out. And some people are going back in it.
It doesn't.
It doesn't?
Nah, it doesn't. You'll see cars run on the top side. You'll see cars run the bottom side. And drivers going to the middle. They're usually the ones that are struggling a little bit more. Sometimes you'll see people find it. But being a fixed setup, I highly doubt we'll see somebody find anything in the middle late race when the track slicks up more. Right now, most of the drivers starting to migrate to the high side. Keith Hackney continues to pull away. Scott Fritz moved his way in second, putting Bobby Hall Jr. back to third. Alex Healy continues to run in fourth. Caution flag waving on the field. Ron Moores Jr. looks like he's going to be involved in this one in the 76. Look at the replay here. Looks like he just gets loose down the front straightaway, loses it on his own. It's not a hard thing to do. These trucks, they run a lot of RPM, so when they let them get too high, they get a little too throttle happy, especially on the entry if they're trying to do a Scandinavian flick, which looks like he was trying to do there. And the number 76, that's Ron Morris Jr. You'll see the truck, it just wants to walk out from under.
I would say that's my favorite part about dirt racing is hearing the different terms and lingo that they have compared to asphalt. Honestly, because I didn't know, like, what?
Scandinavian flick on asphalt? Never seen a Scandinavian flick on asphalt? I've done it a few times. It never ends well.
I know drift cars do it, but
so, there's a lot of different terms on the dirt side, but don't translate very well to the asphalt side. One of the big ones that doesn't translate well is setting the car. Three of the drivers doing a really, really good job of it here tonight. It's going to be Keith Hackney, Scott Fritz, and Bobby Hall Jr. doing a really good job setting their trucks into the corners really nicely, not fighting it a whole lot, just getting the back end around just enough to get that thing gripped up and get it centered around the corner. So when we say setting into the corner, obviously we mean getting it set sideways and getting it locked in the slide in that position. You run your throttle just right, run your steering just right, you get it locked in that perfect slide, the perfect angle, and you have now set your truck, and you're just going to hold it right there all the way around the corner. Pace truck is off, though. Keith Hackney brings us to the green flag. Out of turn for good start for Hackney. Scott Fritz staying right on his tail, though. Good start for Fritz in second place right there. He's going to go straight to the high side. Hackney still trying to run that bottom side. Here comes a massive run for the 01 of Scott Fritz. Right up to his back bumper down the back straightaway. Fritz still on the outside. Hackney still grinding that inside line. I'm surprised he didn't try to come up or slide Fritz here in turns number 3 and 4. Fritz now to the outside, looking for the race lead. Still give it to Hackney at the stripe.
Well, you know what? The Pro Series is coming to the green flag with Hayden Cardwell and Blake Majula still on his outside under the front row. This is a little bit of the Pro Series is going on at the same time as we have a battle for the race lead out of turn number 4. At the line, give it to the 01 of Scott Fritz. Hackney bounces back to the inside, up against the inside berm. As 01's battling on the outside. 01's going to get a run out. Turn number 2 pulls up alongside him. Down the back straightaway. He will clear Hackney. Hackney throws it back out to the bottom there. Side by side for the race lead as it comes out of turn number 4. Back to the line, it's going to be Scott Fritz. Bobby Hall Jr. is still running that third position. Alex Healy in fourth, and Wes Wiggin in fifth under heavy pressure from Alan Durango. In sixth position is the 113, and Daniel Worthington, and Robbie Richards in his hip pocket. Richards to the inside there. As you see the 113, he slides up high, side by side out of turn number 4. Nathan Bashcroft battling with Ed Osborne. And then a little single file action. A little further back is the 2 of Justin White. But meanwhile, your race leader is the 01 of Scott Fritz, as he is ripping the lip out of turn number 4. Actually, he cut down there as he leads on lap number 35 going into lap number 36.
5 laps to go to the end of the stage. Scott Fritz made his way to the front. Good run going for him down into turn number 3, though. Keith Hackney continues to run that bottom side. I'm really surprised to not see him come up the track. He's got Bobby Hall Jr. reeling him in and reeling him in quick, running over a tenth quicker than what he is the last time by. And that time they're pretty much dead even, though Scott Fritz continuing to pull away from the field. He is well over a tenth faster than everybody else on the track right now.
Just makes quit, Steve. The practice makes perfect. I know Scott Fritz has been looking forward to this race. He was telling me pre-race that he's been practicing a lot for this specific event. It's just his one-time only come down for this series, and this has been circled on his calendar for a while.
Well, can you blame him?
I don't, not at all.
Hackney now goes to the top shelf. He's going to see him begin to run on to 01 of Scott Fritz out of turn number 2 past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum. Down the back straightaway. Fritz goes to the middle line this time. You look at 690, throws it in deep there. Caution, we got Twitty around and CJ Mason. I believe that will end the stage.
Yes, it will. They have called the stage breaks. Take a look at our instant replay here. It's the 88 and the 29. Looks like 29 starts to slide up, comes back down, catches. Not sure who that is there. Didn't get a look at the number on that machine.
Way to put in reverse to get it up on that berm out of the way of the leaders.
Very good job, for sure. '21 of CJ Mason. Those two drivers getting involved in that one there. Not a lot of damage to those trucks to still be able to continue on, which is good. But our top 10 for the stage is going to be Scott Fritz, Keith Hackney, Bobby Hall Jr., Alex Healy, Wes Wiggin, your top 5. Alan Durango, Daniel Worthington, Robbie Richards, Ed Osborne, and Nathan Mascroft, your top 10. Those are the 10 drivers receiving the 10 stage bonus points. And Scott Fritz, not that it matters, as he does not race in the series. He came down from the Xfinity Cup Series. Will receive a playoff point, though.
Well, I can tell you this. In the iRacing World of Outlaws series right now, the Super Late Balls, Hayden Cardwell is leading. Ruben Jules in second, C in third. All right. Looks like the lights go out. We're going to let it back loose, letting them rip it some more here at Knoxville. Scott Fritz, Keith Hackney, your front row. Row number 2 will be Healy, Ed Hall, Durango, and Wiggin in row number 3. Richards and Worthington in row number 4. Mashcroft in Osborne in row number 5. On the restart, Scott Fritz chooses the outside. Your base cars is pulled into the infield. We're back to racing here in Knoxville. Good start there from the 01. You saw the 69 kind of spin his tires. But into turn number 1, he gets in the inside berm, trying to get all the moisture he can to get that truck to stick. But out of turn number 2, give it to Scott Fritz. Healy battling with Hall. That's a battle for third and fourth on the board. Healy on outside, Hall to the inside. Out of turn number 4, we complete lap number 43 out of 100.
We see a big gaggle of cars right there from 5th on back as we see the 113 of Worthington get a little more sideways than per usual, as now they're heading into turn number 3 as they were almost 3 wide. Now they're back down to 2 wide with the 48 of Robbie Richards on the outside. He's taking the high line, while the 113 seems to run that middle line. Like you said earlier, BJ, if you run the middle line, you look like you're struggling a little bit.
Yeah, they are struggling just a little bit there, but not too much. That is still where Scott Fritz is wanting to exit and still getting the run off the corners. Keith Hackney, though, side by side with him through the turns. Good run going for Keith Hackney to get back up there to Scott Fritz right now. You got to be wondering if Scott Fritz isn't hating these cautions right now. These cautions have allowed Keith Hackney to get back up there with him once again. Right now, you got Alex Healy, though. He's under pressure from Bobby Hall Jr. Bobby Hall Jr. started on the outside pole here tonight, running in 4th right now. Sucked right to the back bumper of him. Alex Healy's able to get free of him, though, but Bobby Hall Jr. still staying right there with him. The 4-car of Alan Duranko. He's working his way back up to the front.
Well, you can see the 69 out of turn number 2 there. Lost some ground to the 0 wide. That's Scott Fritz. Keith Hackney's been dominant on the inside. He don't want to give up that lane, but he might have to. He wants to make something happen. But Scott Fritz leads lap number 47. We're now lap number 48. Still a good battle going on for 4th, 5th, and 6th on the board. Alex Healy in that 3rd spot. There you got Hall, Alan Duranko, and Wes Wiggins side by side. Duranko to the inside in that 4 machine. The Wiggins in the 88 battles on the outside. Out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. There is Robbie Richards in the 48 machine. And Daniel Worthington in his hip pocket.
There's a big moment right there. You might have caught the end of it. The 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. threw a major slide up. He's doing it again as the 97 of, of Alex Healy comes back down and crosses him over, regains that 3rd position. But Bobby Hall Jr. is getting risky throwing those major slides off this early in the race.
Well, you know one thing. If you want to lift up someone's skirt, you better make sure you got it clear.
That is for sure. It's a little bit more difficult to look up the skirt of the trucks, so they don't have the wedge that we're used to in the late models. But still can be done. Keith Hackney, the bottom line, really starting to come in for him now as he's actually in front of Scott Fritz down into turn number 1. Off of turn number 2, though, Scott Fritz has the run. Expected Keith Hackney to squeeze Fritz up there and take the pick, but he does not. Holds Scott Fritz able to get around the lap traffic quickly and safely there right along with Keith Hackney. Respectable move by Hackney, but I really was expecting to see the pick played on that one there. When you say the pick, I mean using the lap traffic to slow down the car that you're battling with, lock them in behind, box them in behind the lap traffic, and take the position. I was really expecting to see that, but Keith Hackney would rather race it out by the looks of it, rather battle with Scott Fritz. You know, 2 dirt guys duking it out. Good, respectable move by Hackney.
As you're on board with Alex Healy from Columbus, Ohio. And you see Bobby Hall Jr. in front of him. Look at Keith Hackney and Fritz. A battle for the race lead. And look at Fritz battles back on the outside. Let me tell you, that barn burner of a show right now. As Fritz will cross back underneath them, they go into turn number 3. Hackney makes a little mistake there against the outside wall. Fritz pushes Hackney, gets the car or truck freed up on the exit turn number 4, and give it to Keith Hackney, leading lap number 55.
Really
surprised. It was a scary moment.
Yes, it was. I'm really surprised to see Hackney go to the top side there. The lap traffic, I feel, was one of the biggest factors coming into play to allow him to get the move on Scott Fritz. So every time Scott Fritz had to come off his line to go around lap traffic, that was slowing him down. Keith Hackney wasn't having to do that because all this lap traffic is running the high side. So it was a smart move by Keith Hackney staying down on the bottom. I was really surprised to see him go to the top, but he does go back to the bottom. Scott Fritz goes back to the high side. On back, though, we've got the 113 of Daniel Worthington, but right in front of him, we have the biggest mover of the race right now. That is Robbie Richards. He is up 12 positions from the start of this race. He's currently sitting in 6th. He's fighting for his life right now, though. Daniel Worthington got a good run on the inside of that number 48 machine. There is the 08. That is the lap traffic of TJ Hanley. You see that thing all beaten and battered, scratched all up. That's what a dirt car normally looks like.
If you come home from a dirt track and your car is not torn to shreds, you do not race well.
Nah, you won. That's what it is. You come home and your car's not tore up, you won.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Coming out turn number 4, going to complete lap number 58 out of 100. It is Keith Hackney, your race leader, with Scott Fritz. Fritz in the hip pocket of Hackney. Hackney run up against that wall. He's pushing the cushion there. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. These two drivers. Hackney goes to the bottom and turns 3. The 0-1 runs the slider line at 3 of 4. That's Scott Fritz. Bobby Hall Jr. is still in 3rd place. Oh, we got one into the wall. That is CJ Mason.
Surprising caution does not come out. He was spun on the track and we stayed green.
Don't forget, Alex Healy, you need a clean ass. Call Ass Blasters. Is that what it says, right? Ass Blast, not thousand. Yes.
I do believe that is what is on that truck. I am not going to ask questions.
Well, you told us last week.
He did in fact tell us that. But still leading the way is Keith Hackney 2nd, Scott Fritz, Bobby Hall Jr. in 3rd, Alex Healy in 4th, Alan Durango rounding out our top 5 right now. Big move of the race still continues to be Robbie Richards in 48. He's up 11 spots. He's moved back into 7th. Daniel Worthington gets by him. Caution flag waving on the track, though. We're looking at a replay there. Really slow on the track. That is the 88 of Wes Wiggins. Just cuts the nose of Nathan Mashcroft there down into turn number 1.
One thing, this might have just gave the race control a break here, but they're starting to figure out if these drivers can make it on fuel or not. And he's debating if he has to throw another stage. Don't know if it's going to be for points or not, or at least give these time for these truck drivers to come down and get fuel if they need it. But I don't know with this caution whether he still can plan on doing that or not.
Well, I'm going to blow a hole in your theory there. The drivers cannot come down and take fuel at any point in time in this race. So if they are running low on fuel, want to finish this race, they might want to save. The question that I had was just answered. Yes, caution laps are counting, so it will still help them, but they will not be able to come down and take fuel under caution. Is not something that's allowed on dirt unless you're on Bristol. It's the only track that they allow you to come down and take fuel on the dirt side.
Well, that's interesting.
So
I don't know if race control knows that or not.
So what does this say? All right. So if you, Alex Healy says, ask me about what? What, Bryce? What's he asking you to ask him?
His butthole.
And if you have a dirty butt, you can call or purchase you an Ass Blast 9000.
I like how he's got an ass on the side of his truck too.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, that whole thing on the back of his truck just puts me in the mindset of American Pie. I forget his name. He's wearing the hot dog suit. He's walking around going, "Ask me about my wiener."
Green flag is back out. Good start there from the 69 of Keith Hackney. He goes to the inside turn number 1. Scott Fritz under pressure from the 94. 94 slides up a tad bit. Out of turn number 2 is a battle for second place, given to Scott Fritz. Out of 2, down the back straightaway. Look at the 4 of Alan Durango battling with the 97 Healy. Healy gets in a hip pocket back 4. He looks underneath the skirt. And now
Big pocket.
Brakes! Hit the brakes!
Oh, he's going to need an Ass Blaster 9000 after that break.
I think you did get ass blasted.
Oh my god.
Oh. Alex.
Whew.
Let's see here how this starts.
Just nobody stopping. Everybody coming and piling into that. Man. Great run, but going for the 97 to get caught up in that. It's like he just gets into the 94 there a little bit. Yeah, he definitely got his own ass blasted there.
Good job, BJ. I'm proud of you.
Oof.
As you see 97 coming down pit road. Keith Hackney, your race leader.
97 of Alex Healy will receive fault for that one as well.
You know, that would be a good series title sponsor.
It really would. The Ass Blaster Late Model Series.
I think he's in the works of trying to get that company to do it.
We should get Alex Healy to make it happen.
I think he's trying.
There you go.
Well.
I mean,
Imagine.
It's gonna be funny, but I mean, it's gonna be a neat little sponsor, that's for sure.
The Ass Blaster 400 at Daytona International Speedway.
The pace truck is in. We're back to racing out turn number 4. Keith Hackney, Breeden Field. Good start for Keith Hackney. The 4 of Alan Rocco got spinning his tires there at that restart. The 0-1 goes to the high side. Fritz out of turn number 2, going to get a run down the back straightaway, close to the gap on Keith Hackney. Up onto the back bumper. As they go into turn number 3, Fritz running a slider line. He slides all the way against the high side, against the wall. Out of turn number 4, we complete lap number 70. On lap number 71, a little further back. You see the 2 of Justin White, Ed Osborne, Worthington, Nathan Mashcroft there. Bobby Hall Jr. back up to 6, battling with the 88 of West Wigan.
Robbie Richards with that caution has moved his way into the 4th position, running in the top 5 right now. You know, one thing I'm noticing, I'm looking back through the field, the only driver running right up against the wall is Scott Fritz. He is digging the cushion in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. He's coming up, backing the truck into it, and is shooting down off the corner. Another one of the dirt terms there for you. Bryce backing the car up to the cushion. That time there, he sticks the middle, runs a cut down off of turn number 4, trying something different, trying to reel in Keith Hackney. Not quite working for him there, as he's still almost... Actually, he's just barely off Keith Hackney's pace at that time across the stripe. Nice speed shot there down the front straightaway at the start-finish line. But still up front, it is Keith Hackney leading the way. Scott Fritz trying to reel him in.
See, I know whenever you back a car in on asphalt, you usually wreck the thing. So it's good to know that you don't have to wreck it here.
Well, you always use that sponsor. Look, Keith Hackney use that inside berm. That truck is working really good for him right now as we're on board with Scott Fritz. Fritz up against the wall. Look how much he's turned that car up against that berm on the outside.
These trucks do like to tighten up a lot up there on the berm, but caution flag waving on the track. I'm not sure who was involved in that one.
My iRacing's not flagging the caution, so I don't know.
So, instant replay 38 and the 99. Sounds like they're crediting the caution 38 of David Brackett, the 99 of Peyton Hubbard. Involved in that one. We'll take another look at it here. See, 38 comes up the track, just catches the left rear of the 99. Personally, I'm not convinced that the 99 doesn't come off the wall edge. We'll see him hit the wall out of turn number 4. perspective real quick here.
That's really hard to call.
Well, no. I do think I would call that one on a 38 as well. Because he does bounce off the wall, but he doesn't come more than a few inches off that wall and then just gets collected by the 38 there as he's coming up the track. I do think I would put that one on the 38.
Yeah, after seeing it, I do agree with you. See, it's a good angle right here. Yeah, I 100% agree with you, BJ.
Lights are going out on the pace truck at the stripe here. Still leading the way, Keith Hackney. Looks like he's going to choose the outside this time, taking the preferred line for Scott Fritz away from him. It's the first time we've seen Hackney go to the high side on a restart here, Steve.
Definitely, it is. You know what? We need Alex Healy owes us some money because we promoted his sponsor tonight.
We did a lot, actually.
We did. So we need lots of money, Alex Healy.
Unfortunate he's in the pits. I'd like to see him make it back up to the top 3 for an interview because I want to ask him about his butthole.
Make sure it's okay, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying a word.
Work for both of those drivers right there. It's Keith Hackney very quickly able to get back to the inside. Scott Fritz right back to the high side where he's been running. Battle for third right now. We got Robbie Richards worked his way through the whole field. He's on the outside battling Alan Duranker right now for fourth. Duranker running that inside line seems to be the faster line right now as far as Keith Hackney is concerned through 3 and 4. Hackney to the high side in 1 and 2 though. Digging the cushion, trying to get some momentum off of that cushion. Following him up there is Robbie Richards.
We see on track right now, we just see the 88 of Wes Wiggin running kind of the high to middle line. We see the 5, excuse me, of Nathan Mascroft riding the high line too, outside the slick, and to try to find the best grip on the track. We see the 94 starting to get freight train on the inside there, BJ.
Yeah, he was definitely starting to struggle on the inside. The inside line starting to go away through turns number 1 and 2. Hackney, we went to the high side there in turns 3 and 4. He's back to the low side in 1 and 2. A bit surprised to see that, as the outside does seem to be the faster line. Scott Fritz running dead even times with him. Those two drivers, 2 full tenths faster than the rest of the field. Caution flag waving on the field once again. Like 38 David Brackett involved once again, very squirrely off of turn number 4, comes up, smacks the wall, never gets it recovered, spins out in front of the field. Good job by Brad and Terry getting around him there though.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if something happened to David Brackett. Did he blow his motor or something? Did you see him coming at turn 4? His car jumped and then it was squirrely after that, and a little bit of smoke, so I don't know exactly what happened there, but glad to see everyone's able to get around him nice and clean and onto the race.
Let's see there, Mr. Producer Man. Can we get a little bit sooner look at the 38 on that caution? I'm a little curious because I've seen a couple of really interesting things out of the trucks here recently. No, okay, so it doesn't look, unless he got it. His left front doesn't look broken. I was looking to see if he maybe caught the berm on entry because I've seen the left fronts on these trucks break a lot catching the berm, but no, he never gets the berm there. It's just loose right there. The truck's just bouncing all over the place. It doesn't really look rough tonight, so it's definitely got a big question in mind right there as to whether or not there was something else going on up there on the top of the track.
However, if nothing was broke, he would have just drove away, but he did take a tow, so it's also interesting to consider.
True.
All right, looks like he's actually going to choose the outside for this restart. This could be Scott Fritz's last shot for redemption. Take the lead back. The pace truck is in. We're back to racing.
Another good start for Keith Hackney, immediately down to the inside once again, almost identical to what we saw last time. Fritz slides back up to the top of the 5 car of Nathan Mashcroft, all the way down on the berm. Not sure what happened there with him. He gets it back going once again. Battle going on for third right now once again. That is Robbie Richards, still trying to take that 3rd spot away from Alan Duranko in the 4 machine. Give it to Duranko out of turn number 2. Good run down the back straightaway for Robbie Richards. He has the position into 3, slides back to the high side once again, trying to get that grip off of the cushion up there. You see all that dark up top. That's the opposite of the dark down on the bottom. That is all the marbles, as everybody's used to hearing it on the asphalt side. That's where all the dirt's been thrown up the top. Build up a cushion, nice little padding up there for the drivers to be able to hit. Now when we see drivers jump that's when we see drivers go up into the wall, especially in the trucks.
Well, Brett Wheeler says if he knew it was Knoxville, he would have hooked up his wheel pad.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, buddy.
Well, I would have loved to have seen that. Oh, Brett.
Oh, we got over it.
Oh, no.
Then they save it.
Save it.
Ooh, good.
Nice, good job.
Everybody involved there. Ooh, that could have gotten bad very quickly. 11 laps to go that time by Scott Fritz, digging on the high side there, trying to get caught up to Keith Hackney, but Hackney is gone. A second lead over the rest of the field right now. The top 3 right there, you see him on screen there, pulling away from everybody else. Hackney running the inside line. Duranko running the inside line. Scott Fritz running the outside line. Everybody back in the back. You see him all over the track, taking all sorts of different lines, slider lines, mid lines, top lines. Just trying to find something here. Top 3 have got figured out where they want to be, and they are continuing to pull away from the field.
I tell you what, this pack right here, Bobby Hall Jr. and Wes Wiggin, David Wirtz and Nathan Mashcroft, they're putting on a clinic, a show for you. I mean, they're swapping positions left and right. But give it up for Keith Hackney with 9 laps to go, way out in front.
Yes, they are, and that little pack that you were talking about has now started to single file it back out. Those drivers starting to settle back down. Just a few laps remaining. Surprised to see them settle down. But Bobby Hall Jr. has secured a spot, and I say that now they're right back side by side. Wes Wiggins still trying to dig that inside, get those positions away from him. Robbie Richards loose off of turn number 2. Contact once again, still continuing on. Caution flag waves on lap 93. I think I would rule that one a racing deal. Looks like the 2 was sliding up, and I'm not sure who that
42.
is.
42, Ed Osborne.
42, Ed Osborne. Looks like he was running a cut down line. Drivers just kind of met in the middle there by the looks of it. Actually, a little bit surprised to see the caution flag wave on it.
Well, your top 5 look like this: Hackney, Fritz, Duranko, Richards, and Hall. 6th through 10th is Wiggin, Worthington, Mashcroft, Morris, and Proctor. 11th through 15th is Osborne, White, Handley, Terry, and Twitty.
Does this be the last chance the 01 of Scott Fritz has to regain the lead back from the 69 of Keith Hackney right here? Will it be the last time? Will we have one more?
I think Keith Hackney is making a good move, choosing the outside the last 2 restarts. Be interested to see if he does it again. Choosing the outside is taking the line away from Scott Fritz, and Fritz has to carefully make a decisive move to get back to the high side where he's been running to try to make the move, and he does do it again. It's going to put Scott Fritz on the inside. I'd be interested to see if Scott Fritz doesn't try to run the inside, knowing how Keith Hackney has been making it work. Be interesting to see if he doesn't try to do it to try to get the position.
5 laps to go. We take the preview, 4 laps to go here in Knoxville. This could be Fritz's final chance to try to get around Keith Hackney.
I expect no forgiveness here.
Rubbin's racing the right side. Romance is loving. We're back to racing here in Knoxville.
Good start for Hackney once again, immediately moving straight to his line. Scott Fritz is actually under attack right now from Alan Duranko. Down out of turn number 2 now. Fritz has a position. Robbie Richards looking to make a move once again to the outside of Duranko. These drivers giving it everything they've got. 3 to go at the stripe right here. Whoa!
Everything's okay. He's able to get straightened back out as we come to two to go. As we see Scott Fritz did not get the greatest restart right there, but he's still holding off in second place. You got the 48 of Robbie Richards hanging out in third. And the battle right now is on to 4th place between Alan Duranko and Wes Wiggin. So they're side by side with 2 to go. Oh, caution's out. Caution's out.
Green-white checker time. Caution flag flying once again. See the 2 machine of Justin White right there. Looks like he just gets a bit of contact from the rear bumper of the 9 machine. Things go from bad to worse for the number 2.
Well, if you need to clean drawers, I know where to lead you.
Oh,
Contact.
this gives Scott Fritz another shot. Does he get a better restart this time?
We shall see. Another question that comes into mind. We were worried about fuel. Now we've added laps to this race. Currently looking to run to lap 102 to finish this race. Have these drivers done what they need to do in order to make all of the laps? Have we had enough cautions? A lot of things still coming into play. A lot of questions still yet to be answered here.
Yeah, that is the biggest question. Will these drivers make it on fuel? A lot of drivers are saying just now that they don't know if they'll be able to make it or not. Thought there was another wrinkle in this race. But again, this caution allows Scott Fritz, Robbie Richards, Alan Duranko, and Wes Wiggin to get another shot at this.
I don't think any of the top 3 are safe. They've been running the crap out of them trucks.
Safe from each other? I don't know about that either.
Lap 103 will be the final lap of this race. Now we are officially in overtime. Trucks rolling around, lap 104 will be the end of this race. Trucks rolling around on lap 102 right now. Just 2 laps to go. A green flag, a white flag, and then a checkered flag.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that's right. I'm just agreeing with you.
Oh, I was going to say last shot for Scott Fritz. I was going to hand it to you anyways.
All right, the pace car makes that left-hand turn. We're back to racing. Good start there for Keith Hackney and Fritz. We go into turn number 1. Fritz in the hip pocket of Hackney. Turn number 2. Oh, the 48. Oh, Billy.
Oh.
We got him.
Big hop.
Oh.
Parking lot and turns 2 there.
Starting to look like the real truck race.
The monkey is still on Robbie Richards' back right there. I'll be interested to see if he gets any of those positions back. I doubt it, though. With caution laps counting, he will lose those positions, though. Looked like he's going to have a good run, and the top 3 finish puts him back in 10th place. Oh, man. Whew. .48 will receive fault for that caution. He'll restart at the back of the field for this. Unfortunate for the 48. Bad luck continues.
Daniel Worthington, full send, engaged.
Well,
Oh, that's funny.
If that wreck causes you some dirty drawers, you can call Purchase you Ass Blaster 9000. The titles are this truck sponsor for, let's see here, Mr. Healy in a 97. Who's currently out of the race.
Funny.
Another shot for Scott Fritz. Just keeps getting handed the opportunities. Can he make the most of it this time?
Oh, we got one, I believe, blowing up back there, the 08 of TJ Hanley. He pulls it out to the inside. The pace truck making a hard left-hand turn. We're back to racing. Oh, we got another one blowing up back there. Robbie Richards, I believe. As green flag is out, 2 laps to go. You look at the 1, he slides up into the outside wall. Look at the 4, Alan DeRocco to his inside. Down the back straightaway. Wes Wiggin gets the run on Alan DeRocco. Wiggin run the middle line. DeRocco's going to push up a little bit. Side by side for third. But coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go for Keith Hackney.
Hackney doing everything he needs to do. I can't believe nobody picked him tonight. Looks like it's going to be his race to lose right now. Fritz on the high side. Battle still looking for third. Looks like it's going to be Alan DeRocco with it, though. Down into turn number 3. 2 more turns now. 1 more turn to go for Keith Hackney. Coming out of turn number 4, Barney Irish flagman. He's waving the checkered flag. It's going to be Keith Hackney coming home with the win. Scott Fritz in second, Alan DeRocco third, Wes Wiggin fourth, and rounding out the top 5 is Bobby Hall Jr. What a race tonight.
Definitely what a race. The fireworks are going off here at Knoxville on the back straightaway.
What a fan.
Nice to be in our wheelhouse.
That's why I let you guys have the show tonight. I was here and just had a good time listening to y'all, honestly.
Well, let's take a look at those official results on the board. Keith Hackney picking up the win. Scott Fritz, Alan DeRocco, Wes Wiggin, and Bobby Hall Jr. Top 5. Then you have Ed Osborne 6th, Akamai Proctor in 7th, Justin White in 8th. 9th is Daniel Worthington. 10th is Brian Terry.
Coming home in 11th, it's going to be Travis Twitty, Robbie Richards in 12th. TJ Hanley, Ron Morris Jr., Nathan Mascroft, your top 15. We got Peyton Hubbard, David Brackett, Alex Healy, Adam Newbert, CJ Mason rounding out the top 20.
Finishing 21st, we got Jason Bridges, 22nd, Josh Clemens, 23rd, Michael McCauley, who round out your field.
All right, as we try to get these drivers for the post-race interviews. And Bryce Hunter has your winner.
Keith Hackney, this is Bryce, BJ, and Steve on the booth. You got a copy. Keith? Uh-oh.
Well,
We'll throw him back down. We'll see. Let's look at here. Your third place finisher tonight will be Alan DeRocco. Alan, congratulations on your third place finish tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, how'd track working for you?
It worked pretty good. I went into tonight, practiced a lot, thought that down low would be a little bit more dominant than what it was, but was able to adjust and managed to squeak a third out of it.
Definitely some good racing. A lot of, the final laps was kind of hectic out there.
Yeah. Of course, when it's Murphy's Law, right? Like, I thought I ran a pretty flawless race, and then coming down the front stretch, my truck just decided to turn right on me at one point. Maybe I was a little nerves, maybe I got like the jitters or something, but was able to save it, and yeah, like that was heart got pumping on that one.
Well, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Thank you. Yeah, Flex Motorsports, Artfly, Adventure Graphics, D Squared Racing. I'd like to thank Bluegrass for putting on the league. It's always a good time racing here, and Beauty TV for putting on the broadcast. I always enjoy watching it. So thanks, guys.
Awesome. That is Alan Narocco picking up their third place finish tonight. All right. Coming home in second, Scott Fritz with BJ.
That's right. I've caught up with the driver of the 01 machine, Scott Fritz. Scott, you made a special appearance tonight in the Truck Series. You had this one planned. You had it circled on your calendar. Looked for a bit there like you were going to win it. Came home in second at the end.
Yeah, it was a good race. I'm glad I was able to get the heat win, so we didn't have to come through the field. Me and Keith had a really good race, but Keith's crazy good on dirt. I mean, he's got like a 7,500 I rating, and so he's crazy good. So I knew it'd be a whole lot of fun, and just seemed like every time we'd catch lap traffic, so to where we could race through lap traffic and stuff, we'd get a caution, so then he'd get a good restart, and I'd have to try and catch him or whatever. But other than that, it was a great night.
Definitely was for you. You know, you were my pick. I feel like you let me down on that one, but you couldn't qualify because you stepped down from the Xfinity and Cup Series to race in this tonight. Did you think you were gonna have a real shot at being up in the front all night long like you were?
Yeah, I knew as long as I could stay out of trouble in the heat race and just slowly work my way to the front. I was lucky enough that we got a decent heat race to where I could start on the outside and got a really good start and was third by the time we came out of turn 2, and then it was just keep clicking off laps and try and get there, and we were lucky enough to win it, which put us starting up front, so we never really had to deal with the mess at all, so that was a plus.
Well, congratulations to you on coming home in second. Go ahead and thank your sponsors. Shout out to everybody who makes it possible.
Yeah, obviously NLRA, Nick Leinart Racing Association, T-Berry Motorsports, Jewel State Speed Shop, Wrath ATV, UTV, Mid-South Mafia, 605 Racing Tire Solutions, Busy Corner Buggies, and then my mom and dad. My dad's watching, and then obviously my girlfriend, and you guys in the booth as always, and Jason for putting this on.
Alrighty, that was Scott Fritz. Steve?
All right,
Bryce.
let's see, Bryce.
Keith Hackney, surprised up in the booth. You got a copy.
What's going on, buddy?
All right, finally got you working.
Well,
Well,
he
you
was doing
dominated.
TikTok. That's what he was doing.
Filming the TikTok. That's right. Well, you had some many opportunities to film one tonight. Did you get one filmed?
Maybe not.
Tasha said, "That's my baby." That's what she put
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah,
Right.
she's right beside me at the moment.
Ah.
Well, you dominated your heat race. You dominated the feature. Tell me, how'd the truck feel?
I mean, truck was good. I was very fast. I mean, I just really didn't know where to run. I knew where to run, but I couldn't run. I started looking at fuel about 25 laps in, and I was like, well, I'm going to go run the bottom for about 40 laps, and that way I can conserve, because if I could have ran the line I wanted to and just stayed balls to the wall, I would have ran out of fuel at like probably lap 80. So I just tried to play it smart, and I let him go on. And I mean, honestly, I was holding my own right there at the bottom. He really wasn't pulling me, or anything like that. And there was really nobody close. I think Hall was close for a little bit, but once we had that long green run, it was just me and him, and I was content running right there. Every so often I'd go to the top in 1 and 2 just so I can get some momentum back up and pull right back up on him. But then I realized my fuel would drop just a little bit when I do that, so I went back to the bottom, and I just played it smart, man. Just try to be there when I needed to be, and I told myself this lap, I'm going to punch it, and when we punch it, we're going to go. And that's what we did. And I hated those cautions at the end. I needed probably one or two, which I got. But I mean, there again, I, I'd pull out a little bit. I'd get a second and a half, 2 second lead, whatever it was, and then the caution would come out. So, I mean, it is what it is. This one was definitely marked on my list as well, and I wished I would have chose me to win. I heard that.
Hey, but this was the thing. We did choose you to win, and you won. Do you see? See what happened? We took the jinx off of you.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I hated. I wish I could have got the other dirt race. Like we talked about before in the season. I wish I would have got last week too, but just driver error on my behalf. I mean, I've been so close, and there's several of these races. I should probably have 5 or 6 wins right at this point, but we don't. And I'm just lucky enough just to be able to come over here to run with these asphalt boys and showcase just a little bit of talent that I have. And we're gonna see what we can do, man. Next week, I think was Nashville Fairgrounds, and I'm pretty decent there. We'll see. I'm gonna get doing some testing this week, and we'll just see what we can do.
Yeah, well, you definitely ran the field tonight, so go ahead and thank those sponsors that get to make this all possible for you.
Man, I gotta thank Team No Love first and foremost. Just everybody over there. They're actually prepping to run a street stock league tomorrow night. So I told them I had to bail out and do what I got to do. I'll probably link up with them here in a little bit. Elite Performance, NH Lens, Custom Cabinets by Keith, Race Page Pro, Small Chain or no Diamond Designs, KC Speedworks, Dominator Designs on this beautiful truck, brand new. It's the first time I actually pulled it out. I loaded it in right when I loaded in the session. Just everybody that puts in their work, Jason for putting this on, and y'all for broadcasting. I enjoy coming up here. Hopefully I can do it every week for the rest of the season.
Well, we look forward to seeing you. There's one final question for you. You going to bring back that headstone scheme?
You know what? I got something else up my sleeve, but I don't want it to ruffle no feathers.
Oh, do it next week. Do it next week.
Hey, we're all for it, and the Bluegrass Project will be all in for it as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is your winner tonight, Keith Hackney.
Thank y'all.
All right. Well, that being said, the Truck Series comes to the end, guys, for this week. We head tomorrow night to where, Bryce?
We are at Mid-Ohio for the Xfinity Series, and then Sonoma for the Cup Series.
So there you go.
3 different racetracks this week.
There you go. The same time each night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Well, before we head to Mid-Ohio, BJ, Bryce, and I are going to head down to the Adigas Bar and Grill and have some fun. Until tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, y'all be safe. God bless. Good night.